I'm sharing my 14 car winterizing tips so you can prep your car and relax knowing that your car is winter ready. No matter how old or new your car is, you need to prepare your car now when it's not freezing cold outside to make sure your car won't let you down when you need it the most. I've been driving in harsh winter conditions with lots of snow in Canada for over 50 years, and I'll share what I've done and how I've prepared our cars for winter. Now, just so you know, this is not a sponsored video, but I'll include links to the products I use and videos with more information on how they're used to prepare your car in the description below. You need to make sure your engine coolant is ready. Check your manual to find out its service life. Many manufacturers require the coolant to be replaced anywhere from every 3 to 15 years. The pink coolant in my GR Corolla is good for 100,000 miles. If yours is overdue, have it replaced now. If not, either have your mechanic check it out for you or check it yourself with a coolant tester. Check and if necessary, top up your coolant, windshield washer antifreeze, and your engine oil. And make sure the windshield washer antifreeze that you're putting into your car is good for the winter. In other words, minus 45 degrees Fahrenheit. Actually, now would be a great time to have your mechanic change your engine oil and filter and complete any other service items that are outstanding before winter hits. Check your battery terminals to make sure that they're clean. Acid buildup will insulate electrical charge coming from the battery to your car's electrical system. You can easily clean this yourself by disconnecting one terminal at a time, cleaning the clamp, and then reconnecting. I use the Schumacher terminal cleaning brush. It does both the terminal itself and the inside of the clamp. Battery performance drops significantly in the cold, and if your battery isn't up to the task, your car won't start. At 32 degrees Fahrenheit, battery strength is reduced by 35%. But at 0 degrees Fahrenheit, it's reduced by 60%. Also check the date on your battery. It may have a date code instead of an actual date. For example, a date code of C19 would indicate that the battery was manufactured in March of 2019. Typically, batteries last about 5 years. So if yours is older, now is the time to replace it. Being stranded in the cold with a car that won't start is just plain awful. To make sure this never happens to me, I always carry this Noco GB40 portable jump starter. It's super easy and safe to use and can be used to charge your cell phone and as an emergency light. But it's far more practical than booster cables. To maximize winter traction, snow or winter tires need to be installed, ideally on all 4 wheels. These are important, not just for traction in snow, but they provide significantly more traction in the cold or on ice than all-season tires, and give you better braking performance too. Speaking about all-season tires, they're really no-season tires. That is, they're a compromise and not the best for any one season. Winter tires not only have much more aggressive tread, the rubber compound is formulated to remain pliable and flexible at lower temperatures. In other words, winter tires are engineered specifically for optimal performance in snowy, icy, and freezing conditions. Not sure what you have? All you need to do is check your tire's sidewall. Winter tires typically have a mountain and snowflake symbol indicating that they meet specific snow traction performance requirements. All-season tires might have M+S, mud and snow, but won't have the snowflake symbol. To make sure your winter tires are still good, check their tread depth. It should be 3/16 of an inch or more. If less, the tires definitely need replacement. You can actually use a coin to measure. Your tires should be thoroughly inspected by a tire professional when they are 5 years old or older, and definitely replaced when they're 10 years old. You can check to see how old your tires are by checking the date code on the side of your tire. So for example, this tire here has a date code of 12/23. So that tells us it was manufactured on the 12th week of 2023. Also, speaking about tires, did you know that for every 10 degrees Fahrenheit of temperature drop, your tires will lose 1 to 2 psi of pressure? So going from 75 degrees Fahrenheit down to 35 degrees, you could lose as much as 8 psi, which will make driving dangerous. Check your tire pressures now to make sure they are at the correct pressure as recommended by the manufacturer. You can see the correct numbers on a sticker inside your driver's door jamb. But as the temperatures drop during the winter, you'll need to check them again. So you need a tire pressure gauge to test your tire pressures so you know when you should add more air and how much air to add. So this is the tire pressure gauge that I use. Nice big numbers so I can read it without my glasses, and it's obviously illuminated so I can see it in the dark. Check your windshield wiper blades to make sure there are no chips, gouges, or tears from the rubber blade touching your windshield. If in doubt, replace the blades. If they're good enough to keep, clean them now to maximize their performance. To maximize visibility and to keep windows as clear as possible from rain, snow, and ice, you'll need to seal the exterior of your car windows using Rain-X on all of your windows. Clean the inside of your windshield, side, and rear windows properly now while it's not freezing. Then treat those windows with Rain-X Interior Glass Anti-Fog. Nothing is more agonizing than having your car doors freeze shut. This happens when water is absorbed by the rubber seals around your doors, hood, and trunk, and then freezing to the door frame. To winterize, clean those seals and then spray some of the silicone treatment onto a cloth and then wipe it over the seals. This not only keeps the seals from absorbing water and sticking when frozen, it'll make the seals actually last longer. And this is what I use. Frozen door locks can also be prevented by spraying a little of the same silicone treatment into your locks, forcing water out to keep them from freezing, which will also lubricate the lock mechanism. Removing the snow from your car is always a pain, but a necessity in the winter. So you'll need a snow brush that won't scratch your car's finish like the stiff nylon snow brush. Instead, I prefer this one from Snow Joe because it has this super soft blade to pull or push the snow off your car without scratching. And those LED lights are really cool because they're not only on the outside of the snow brush, also on the inside of the snow brush, and of course the handle can be extended to make it longer for those folks with the big SUVs. Another cool feature about these lights is that they flash off and on to entertain the kids. Every snow brush, including this one, comes with an ice scraper, but they don't always work all that well. I find that this weird looking but great working ice scraper from Kless DF works the best. And when you're out there in the cold with a frozen windshield, the one that works the best wins every time. When winter sends you its worst, a winter survival kit is your only best friend. They can consist of a lot of different things. Everything from like a 1 gallon empty gas can, warm winter boots, blanket, warm winter gloves, flashlight with extra batteries, balaclava, duct tape, electrical tape, snow shovel, phone charging cord. These are all great things to carry and put together yourself. Or you can add a complete emergency kit like one of these. But just make sure that whatever emergency kit you get, it does include some kind of a collapsible shovel. Shovel is needed in the snow. If your gas line freezes, your car won't start. Be sure that from now on, going into the winter, that you keep your gas tank at least half full to minimize condensation from forming inside that tank, which could result in a frozen gas line, preventing your car from starting. My car doesn't have a sunroof, but if yours does, make sure that the drains around the perimeter of the sunroof are open and they're not clogged. Because if they're clogged, water could collect in there and then freeze, and then it could actually leak inside your car. So make sure you check that out and clean those out if necessary. If you're not sure what to do, ask your mechanic, he can check it for you. Click here for my next video on preparing your car for winter, and I'll see you there. Any questions or comments? Add them down below.